There are moments when life seems to overwhelm us, when emotions turn into a fire within the soul and we feel like we're losing control. There's a way to prevent oneself from becoming completely apathetic. Some people misunderstand Stoicism, interpreting it as a form of insensitivity, but it's not like that at all. We shouldn't become indifferent. Rather, we should learn to use emotions wisely. Imagine being able to master and harness your emotions as a powerful tool to achieve goals and live a fuller, happier life. Today, let's delve into the world of Stoic philosophy to explore 7 principles that not only help us control our emotions, but also transform them into a powerful weapon for personal development. Let's embark on this fascinating journey together and discover how Stoicism can transform your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Now let's dive into the universe of Stoic philosophy and explore the power of emotions with guidance from the first principle. First principle, eliminate toxic people from your life. The people we choose to have in our lives play a crucial role in shaping our emotions, thoughts, and overall well-being. Just as a rotten fruit can spoil the whole basket upon contact with others, contact with a toxic person can drain the energy from your life and leave you unsure about your own decisions. According to Stoic philosophy, one of the most important principles is self-control and protecting your inner peace. It's essential to understand that we can't control others' behavior, but we have the right and the power to choose our relationships. Diogenes, a renowned philosopher, once said that we have 2 ears and 1 tongue so that we can listen more and speak less. This maxim alerts us to choose our friendships carefully and follow our intuition. Toxic individuals can manifest in various ways, from constant complainers and pessimists to those who frequently create conflicts or have a negative outlook on life. They can undermine your motivation, harm your mindset, and even obstruct your progress toward self-development. Imagine being in a situation where someone constantly complains about everything and criticizes others. Initially, you try to understand and support this person, but over time, you realize that each interaction leaves you feeling overwhelmed and negative. After careful reflection, you decide to reduce contact with this person, opting not to engage in destructive conversations, and instead dedicating time to friends who bring positive energy. Stoicism values a virtuous and meaningful life where preserving inner peace and focusing on what truly matters are top priorities. This sometimes entails making tough decisions, like cutting off or distancing oneself from relationships that do not positively contribute to our lives. It's not about harboring hostility, but recognizing that, for the sake of our mental and spiritual health, some relationships need adjustment or closure. Eliminating these influences not only helps maintain a state of optimism and motivation, but also facilitates personal growth. You'll have more space and energy to focus on your goals, improving relationships with people who support and inspire you. This isn't selfish, but an essential step towards autonomy and spiritual freedom. According to Stoic philosophy, acknowledging that we are responsible for our own happiness and peace sometimes involves removing negative elements from our lives. Remember, the path to emotional mastery begins with ensuring that external influences align with our internal goals. Rule number 2, set boundaries and avoid always being available. Personal boundaries play a crucial role in preserving our identity. Establishing boundaries isn't just about self-preservation, but also a vital step in maintaining balance and inner peace. Yet, we often underestimate their importance. As Seneca said, nothing is more precious than time. Often, we waste our time and energy catering to others' immediate demands. Without clear boundaries, we convey to the world that our time, energy, and mental health are undervalued. This can lead to exhaustion, resentment, sadness, depression, and an overwhelming sense of overload. It's like leaving the doors and windows of our house open, allowing anyone to enter and disturb our peace. Suppose you're someone always willing to tirelessly work for your boss, never refusing a request, and often feeling drained. Applying the Stoic principle, you begin setting limits on your time, making thoughtful choices, and saying no when you reach your limits and need time for yourself. This not only helps you avoid continuous work, but also reserves time to relax, leading to a more balanced life. Setting boundaries helps us recognize and respect our own needs and limitations. By setting aside time for reflection and listening to our internal needs, we learn to respond to situations with wisdom and consideration, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. This not only helps us better control our emotions, but also makes us more responsible in all relationships. Setting boundaries doesn't imply selfishness or indifference toward others. On the contrary, it enables us to interact with the world in a healthy and sustainable way, ensuring we don't become emotionally or mentally exhausted. By controlling your time and space, you'll be better equipped to face and deal with challenges calmly and purposefully. Rule number 3, do not fall too much in love. Love is a beautiful emotion that connects us to a happy and meaningful life, but according to Stoic philosophy, loving excessively can bring undesirable consequences. Stoics, who valued emotional resilience, often warned about the dangers of attachment. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This statement emphasizes the importance of loving without becoming overly attached, appreciating someone's beauty without allowing it to define your existence. In our personal lives, this becomes evident. Imagine emotionally investing in someone to the point of becoming excessively dependent, sacrificing much in the name of that feeling. This can result in pain if reciprocity does not occur as expected. Furthermore, if that person withdraws or there is loss, the suffering can be intense and prolonged. Stoic philosophy encourages us to love others with freedom and sincerity, while valuing spiritual independence. This entails finding a balance between love and self-sufficiency. We should not allow our emotions to depend on the actions or opinions of others. Instead, we should maintain independent and strong souls. We can love without being easily hurt, learning to freely control our emotions without letting them dominate our lives. This makes us more patient in the face of change and capable of facing life's challenges calmly. Remember, Stoic philosophy does not suggest becoming indifferent or insensitive. On the contrary, it teaches us to control and manage our emotions for a serene and prosperous life. Mastering the art of loving without excessive attachment not only protects our hearts, but also honors our spirits. Thus, we can form deep connections without losing ourselves in them, a crucial step towards achieving emotional mastery, where we control our emotions and they do not control us. Rule number 4, do not hesitate to express your feelings and opinions. In everyday life, we encounter situations of pressure and conflict. In these moments, we are encouraged to maintain inner calm and serenity, rather than allowing our emotions and opinions to manifest impulsively. Stoic philosophy highlights the importance of inner calm and warns against the dangers of constantly seeking external approval. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement underscores the idea that we should not overly rely on external recognition. Think of the times when you've shared a personal achievement with others, seeking recognition or their viewpoints. Often, you may have been met with harsh criticism or even mockery. These experiences can hurt our feelings and undermine our confidence. Therefore, the fourth guideline in Stoic philosophy aims to avoid unnecessary conflicts and ensure we don't provoke unintended consequences in our interactions. Instead of impulsively reacting when our emotions and opinions are stirred, this rule encourages us to first listen and understand others. This not only fosters a positive communication environment, but also helps us learn to control our emotions constructively. Rather than allowing emotions to flow unchecked, we can manage them to ensure they don't dominate our decisions and lead to undesirable actions or experiences. However, this doesn't mean suppressing our emotions and opinions entirely. We should express them sensitively, considering the consequences before speaking or acting, to avoid conflicts and excesses. This mastery not only maintains stability in our interpersonal relationships, but also proves valuable in everyday life, helping us exercise patience and discernment in various situations, from work to family and social life. The fifth rule, do not overwhelm yourself with all emotions and lose compassion. The ability to understand and share others' emotions, compassionate empathy, is often seen as one of humanity's noblest virtues. In a world full of touching and challenging stories, it's easy to get carried away by our own emotions if we overly concern ourselves with them. As Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." This maxim is particularly true in the context of compassion. We often encounter emotionally challenging situations involving others. How we express compassion in these situations can influence our own experience and positively impact their lives. Instead of being overwhelmed by emotions and external circumstances, Stoic philosophy teaches us to control our reactions. Compassion doesn't mean taking on everyone's pain or responsibilities, but discerning between what we can and cannot control. This guideline encourages us not to overwhelm ourselves by trying to help everyone and solve all problems. Instead, we should practice compassion with discernment and care, focusing on supporting those who truly need it and have the potential to positively transform their lives. For example, if you work in an office and a colleague is going through difficulties, it's important to show compassion and offer support. But it's also crucial to recognize your own emotional limits and the need to maintain a healthy distance when necessary. By adopting this approach, you protect yourself against unnecessary emotional fluctuations and ensure that when you do decide to engage, it's in a genuine, focused, and impactful manner. Instead of tirelessly working and sharing the entire emotional burden with your colleague, you can choose to reach out and offer proactive support at the appropriate time after work hours. This strategy helps preserve your mind and energy, allowing you to remain effective at work and provide concentrated and valuable assistance when your colleague needs it. When we excessively worry about everyone, we risk losing focus on our own goals and well-being. This can result in fatigue and imbalance in life. Instead of becoming overly empathetic and losing our independence, we can practice self-care and maintain the Stoic spirit of control and reason. Following the fifth rule, we can approach compassion with discernment and focus on meaningful and positive actions. This not only helps us maintain control over our minds and emotions, but also creates conditions for positive interactions, constructive actions, and mutual support. As Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." In Stoic philosophy, compassion is not just a feeling, but an act of understanding and self-mastery. Rule number 6, prioritize yourself and be assertive. As we approach the end of the journey, self-sufficiency becomes essential. We must put ourselves first and be honest with ourselves. In modern life, we often face external pressures from society, family, and the environment, which can complicate our emotions and lead them to spiral out of control. Stoic philosophy teaches us that to control our emotions, we must first take care of ourselves. Think of the safety instructions on an airplane. You're instructed to put on your oxygen mask before helping others. This isn't just a safety precaution, but also a crucial reminder of self-preservation. In an aviation emergency, ensuring you have enough oxygen is essential to maintaining consciousness and providing effective assistance to others. Prioritizing yourself also means focusing on continuous personal development. We shouldn't overly concern ourselves with others' opinions. Instead, it's crucial to focus on our own growth and daily improvement. Setting boundaries and declining requests that don't align with our goals and values is also an integral part of putting ourselves first. Furthermore, sincerity is another crucial aspect of emotional resilience. It's not just about expressing our thoughts and feelings, but also about having the ability to listen and face others' feedback in an open and constructive manner. When we practice honesty and communication, we contribute to eliminating misunderstandings and achieve a deeper understanding of the situation. Sincerity also empowers us to face challenges and difficulties with courage. Instead of avoiding or hiding our emotions, we can confront them and find constructive solutions, thereby strengthening our emotional resilience and promoting our personal development. It's important to remember that prioritizing oneself and practicing honesty does not mean lack of compassion or disinterest in others. On the contrary, it's a way to better empower ourselves to contribute to others after taking good care of ourselves. Following the sixth rule will help you build trust, cultivate a spiritually enriching life, and gain stronger control over your emotions. Rule number 7. Embrace adversity and find strength in challenges. Life isn't always smooth, and challenges can arise at any time, whether in work, relationships, or personal health. Instead of fearing them, we can learn to see them as opportunities for growth and maturity. Embracing adversity doesn't mean giving in. Rather, we can seek ways to make the most of each challenging situation to become more resilient and strong. In each challenge, we can explore our inner strength, develop patience, and learn from experiences. Moreover, if someone distances themselves from us or we face a loss, we can avoid unnecessary suffering. Stoic philosophy encourages us to love others freely and sincerely while valuing our spiritual independence. This involves finding a healthy balance between love and self-sufficiency. We should not allow our emotions to depend on others' actions or opinions. Instead, we should cultivate independent and strong souls, capable of loving without being easily hurt, freely controlling our emotions and not allowing them to dominate our lives. In doing so, we become more patient, courageous in the face of change, and capable of facing life's challenges with serenity. Remember that Stoic philosophy does not advocate indifference or total emotional detachment. On the contrary, we are encouraged to learn to control and manage our emotions for a tranquil and prosperous life. By mastering the art of loving without excessive attachment, we protect not only our hearts, but also honor our spirits. We become capable of cultivating deep connections without losing ourselves in them, a crucial step toward achieving emotional balance where we control our emotions and are not controlled by them. Rule number 4. Do not refrain from expressing your feelings and opinions. In our daily lives, we often face situations fraught with pressure and conflict. In these moments, we are encouraged to maintain calm and serenity, rather than letting our emotions and opinions explode with excessive fervor. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of inner tranquility and warns against the dangers of excessively seeking external recognition. As Marcus Aurelius observed, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," underscoring the idea that we should not overly depend on external validation. Think of the times when you've shared a personal achievement seeking recognition or opinions, only to receive unfair criticism or mockery. These experiences can hurt our feelings and shake our self-confidence. Therefore, the purpose of the fourth rule in Stoic philosophy is to guide us in avoiding unnecessary conflicts and ensuring that our interactions do not lead to undesired consequences. Instead of impulsively reacting to turbulent emotions and opinions, we are encouraged to first listen and understand others. This not only promotes a positive communication environment, but also helps us learn to control our emotions. Rather than allowing emotions to flow uncontrollably, we can manage them to ensure they do not dominate our decisions or lead us to undesirable actions or experiences. However, this perspective does not imply suppressing our emotions and opinions completely. Instead, we should express them with discernment. This means weighing our words and actions before speaking or acting, thereby avoiding conflicts or uncontrollable reactions. This skill is not only crucial for maintaining stability in our interpersonal relationships, but also valuable in our daily lives, helping us demonstrate patience and make wise choices in various situations, from work to family and social life. Rule number 5. Do not worry about everyone and do not become less compassionate. The ability to understand and share others' emotions, empathetic compassion, is often seen as one of humanity's noblest moral qualities. In a world filled with touching and challenging stories of others, it's easy to become overwhelmed by our own emotions when we excessively worry about them. Epictetus, the famous Stoic philosopher, stated that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This understanding is particularly relevant when it comes to compassion. This rule encourages us not to put ourselves in situations where we feel obliged to help everyone or share all their difficulties. Instead, we should practice compassion discerningly. This involves focusing on helping those who truly need our support and have the potential to positively transform their lives. For example, if you work in an office and a colleague is facing difficulties, it's important to show compassion and offer support as much as possible. However, it's equally important to recognize your own emotional limits and the need to maintain a healthy distance when necessary. By adopting this approach, you protect yourself against unnecessary emotional fluctuations and ensure that when you decide to care, you do so genuinely, focused, and impactfully. Instead of working all day long and sharing all the pressure with your colleague, you can choose to contact them and offer proactive support at the appropriate time after hours. This helps preserve your mind and energy to continue effectively at work and provide focused and helpful support when your colleague needs it. When we excessively worry about everyone around us, we risk losing focus on ourselves and our goals, which can lead to fatigue and imbalance in life. Instead of becoming overly empathetic and losing our independence, we can practice self-care and maintain the Stoic spirit of control and reason. Following rule number 5, we can approach compassion with discernment, focusing on meaningful and positive actions. This not only helps us maintain control over our minds and emotions, but also creates conditions for positive interactions, constructive actions, and genuine support for others. What happens to us is not as important as how we react to it. In Stoic philosophy, compassion is not just about feeling, but also about acting with understanding and control. Rule number 6, prioritize yourself and be direct. As we approach the end of our journey, elevation is essential. We need to prioritize ourselves and be honest with ourselves. In modern life, we often face pressures from society, family, and the surrounding environment, which lead us to prioritize others and their needs ahead of our own, resulting in complex emotions that are difficult to control. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us that to control our emotions, we need to take care of ourselves first. Think of the safety instructions on an airplane. You're instructed to put on your oxygen mask before helping others. This isn't just a matter of safety, but also a vital reminder of self-preservation. In an aviation emergency, ensuring you have enough oxygen is crucial to maintaining consciousness and effectively helping others. Prioritizing oneself also means focusing on personal improvement. We shouldn't overly concern ourselves with others' opinions. Instead, we should concentrate on self-development and becoming better every day. Sometimes, setting boundaries and declining demands that don't align with our goals and values is crucial to putting ourselves first. Additionally, honesty plays a crucial role in building emotional strength. It's not just about expressing our thoughts and feelings, but also about listening to and facing others' feedback openly and constructively. Honesty helps us confront difficulties and challenges with courage, rather than avoiding or hiding from them, thereby promoting our personal growth. Remember, putting oneself first and practicing honesty doesn't mean lacking compassion or being disinterested in others. On the contrary, it's a way to contribute more effectively to others after taking care of ourselves. Following rule number 6 helps build confidence, cultivate a spiritually enriching life, and gain better control over our emotions. Rule number 7, embrace adversity and find strength in challenges. Life isn't always smooth, and challenges can arise at any time, whether in work, relationships, or personal health. Instead of fearing them, we can see them as opportunities for growth and maturity. Accepting difficulties doesn't mean giving up. On the contrary, we can learn to make the most of each challenging situation to strengthen ourselves. In every challenge, we can seek our inner strength, develop patience and resilience, and learn from experiences. Embracing and facing challenges not only helps us grow personally, but also enables us to effectively manage our emotions. In daily life, we often encounter stressful and demanding situations. Stoic philosophy teaches us to maintain calm and optimism, even in adversity, which is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and demonstrating patience and reason in our communication with others. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, emphasized that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Embracing this understanding gives us strength to face life's emotional challenges. This principle underscores the importance of recognizing that we cannot fully control external events in our lives. The world may bring us unpredictable changes and situations we cannot alter. However, what we can fully control is our own mind and how we react to these events. By realizing that our strength lies in our ability to control our thoughts, we become more confident and resilient in all situations. We are no longer slaves to our emotions. Instead, we become masters of them. This allows us to maintain an optimistic calm and an unwavering spirit in the face of difficulties. With this final principle, we can cultivate a spirit of patience and face life with determination, laying the groundwork for a future we will be proud of. These are some of the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy, guiding us to become better versions of ourselves. Armed with these 7 Stoic rules, we equip ourselves with the strength of a spiritual warrior. Let the fire of wisdom and determination burn within you, guiding your life. Every difficulty and challenge is merely an opportunity to grow and shine. Always remember that life is constantly changing, and it is up to you to control your own journey. Do not let negative things distract your focus and determination. You have the power to control your mind and choose how to face each situation. Before we conclude this journey, make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss sources of inspiration and valuable knowledge. Stoic philosophy will always be by your side, guiding you in the pursuit of life. Don't forget to click like and share to spread Stoic wisdom to more people. Leave a comment below the video or simply say Stoic Bond to show that you are ready to apply these principles in your life. Keep on this journey and unleash the strong human being within you to conquer each day. Life is a battle, and you are the victor. Read the Bible and start with God.